I think we're in another dot-com style bubble and it's going to pop one day. I don't think AI is as good as it's cracked up to be, and I work with AI a lot. Honestly, if you look at the market in the last few weeks, it might already be popping. The thing about a bubble pop is that you're not always sure it's happening until a few weeks or months in, sometimes even a year in. It's called the denial stage, the it will bounce back stage. But SpaceX is down 44%. Microchip stocks are down 20%. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the start of it. Or maybe we do bounce back. That's the thing with markets. You don't know until you know, which is why I always say I'd rather be a year early than a day late, because being a day late usually means half of your money is wiped out. So no, I'm not giving you a crash date. I'm not saying to you it's going to crash on this day. Now, the main question is, what do you do when the future is so uncertain? I'll talk about what I do with my own money. This is not financial advice, by the way. It's just how I'm planning. And I've made some big moves this year. First, the biggest one. I sold most of my SPX, my S&P 500, from my active portfolio and also from my retirement portfolio, and I put a chunk of it into Poland, the WIG, the WIG. That's their main stock market index. It's the Polish version of the SPX, and it's worked out pretty well so far. It's up twice as much as SPX this year. I did a video on this a few months ago, and people laughed at me when I said I was doing this, but I'm up 20%, while SPX is only up 8% this year, so now I'm the one laughing. I mean, literally I am. But why Poland? Because I learned a lesson in the 2008 crash, because I invested through that crash. Back then I was living in Australia, watching the global financial system melt down from a country where not really much happened. I mean, we had boring banks, conservative lending, China buying every rock that we could dig up out of the ground. The world burned, and Australia mostly just kind of watched it on the news. I mean, you know, the Aussie stock market was affected. It just wasn't as brutal as what the rest of the world faced in 2008. And that's when geography clicked for me. When the big things crack, some places get hit way less than others, and nothing's stopping you putting your money there. I'm not going to say Poland is going to fly up in a global recession. It certainly won't. It is going to drop just like everything else. I'm saying that it is more insulated from a massive crash, so it will probably drop less. That's why I'm starting to move my money over there. And it's also important to note that a lot of billionaires in the US are starting to move their money out of the US, not necessarily into Poland, just out of the US into Brazil in some cases, and a lot of different places. Now, the second move I've made this year, this is the money that I still have in US stocks. I've gone very defensive, consumer staples, utilities, energy, the most boring stuff on the shelf. And I say that with love, by the way, because I like boring stuff. Boring stuff saved my ass in 2008, in 2012, and in 2020. And I think boring is about to have another moment right now. On energy, I'm looking at names like Vistra and NextEra. Whatever happens to the AI bubble, the data centers already got built and they are hungry. Also, energy providers are providing energy to more than just AI data centers. People still pay their energy bills in a recession. Electric vehicles still need charging. The green energy revolution may slow down, but it won't stop. I am bullish on energy. By the way, I put together a free retirement guide, how to retire before 2036, 6 steps, everything I'd do if I was starting again at 40 with nothing. No hype, no nonsense. It's free to grab. There's a link below. Check it out.